Hello, water placements. So I hadn't done your video last week because I had some personal things going on, and I wanted to begin with you. And although I'm not big on like Valentine's Day, I think the representation of love for Valentine's Day is super cute, and it's Happy Love Day. And yes, that can be every day, but if you celebrate it, Happy Love Day. Okay, I'm also going to use some Venus for the vibes because you guys definitely need a lot of love right now, always. But so I decided to write out some of the messages I was getting because I felt like it was so many and I didn't want to forget, right? I also picked a crystal that I feel like is useful for you guys. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Kyanite, Kyanite, is a stone of channeling altered states, vivid dreams, dream recall, and visualizations. It gives protection during these states. It brings loyalty, honesty, and tranquility, and diminishes anger and confusion. Okay? It's really pretty. And I felt guided to share that with you guys because I feel like it'll help you through this time if you utilize crystals in your healing journey. And if you don't, you may want to think about it. So here's the messages before I pull cards for you guys. So it says, okay, karma came out, and we'll get into why. Karma, it's like... Karma is here to give us what we've given life. Karma is here to help assist us and be a catalyst in many ways. And karma is here for retribution and restoration, okay? So these are your messages. Ask yourself about your perception of success. What does success look like to you? Why do you want, if it's all financial, if it's leaving generational money, whatever, your why behind it is going to help you a lot. And it's going to lessen the confusion because you guys are in a very confused state. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know, and I can't take this another day, but I can't deal with this, and I need to do this. Like, it's like, so... Who have you told yourself that you are? What have you let others believe you are? Excuses. Then the elephant story came up. And in the elephant story, I'm going to hold this in my lap. I really like this. In the elephant story, there's basically, they tell about the elephants, how they train them. And, elephants so strong and powerful and amazing. It's humanity that has done cruel things and made them forget who they are, right? And if you take an elephant from when it's a baby and you tie it to a stump, it's a baby. So it's learning itself. It doesn't really know who it is and it's full power. So when it goes to go, it can't. Then as it gets bigger and you put the stump there and you have like a rope or whatever tied to its ankle and the stump, its perception is it can't move. And I have to tell you, as I'm telling you that story, I feel like there is someone in your life, and I feel like it's a female figure. It could be a mother, it could be a partner, but there is someone in your life that has contributed to you being in this space, and that has made you believe that love is a certain way, success is a certain way. But this has happened to most of us, right? We're conditioned. Here's your name, here's who you are, here's what makes you good, here's what makes you bad, here's your religion, and that's it. Like, we have people constantly telling us who we are, right? So the elephant story, when did you decide to accept limitations to please others? That was another message. Your inside world is in turmoil. 444, I saw 111. I can love you, Mary J. Blige. Your standards are trash. They said trash. I was like, it's a harsh word for the, you know, they're in a sensitive time. They're like, yeah, this is the word. Raise your standards, be committed to self-reflection. What are the habits that have gotten you here? So I'm going to put this to the side. What are the habits that have gotten you here? Water placements. I feel so many things. I feel like you need to be alone for a bit. I feel like you're in a daze almost. And there's part of you that's breaking free, but part of you's like in an in-between space. You know, I'm not, this could be a personal reading because I'm not going to lie. For some of you, I feel like, you know, you're at a very stuck place before you go forward. And that's really like, I think you have to make a decision to go forward. I also think that you need to check in with your mental health. Okay. Also, you got to let things die. That's the circle of life, right? Like, you know when you go visit someone or like that passed, like you go to their wake or a funeral and you see the body and it's so devastating because it's like, wait, where are you? And they're everywhere, right? You may also have some crossed over loved ones like trying to help guide you. And, you know, you feel like you've disappointed them in ways, but you haven't. You know, and you've disappointed yourself, to be honest with you. If you've disappointed anyone, it's yourself. But you got to let things die. You guys got to let things go. And in particular, I feel like it's a relationship. I feel like you're so consumed with who needs you and what certain people need that you're not really tending to yourself or how it looks to others, or, you know, and I feel like there's some deception in a relationship and you hold on to this relationship because you don't want to be alone. Just because you don't want to be alone. Yeah, like you guys got transform the way you see, which is literally in your messages, your perception, self-reflection. You may need to have a conversation. Your throat chakra, definitely. I feel itching. Watch what you're eating. Watch who's cooking for you. Watch the energy that's going into it. Transform the way you see is going to, it almost looks like she has peacock feathers, or like those could be butterflies, but I kind of feel like you may be dealing with a Pisces, or you may have Pisces placements. I mean, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right? But transform the way you see is really about your internal reality, but being radically honest, right? And that is not easy. It's not easy, but it helps so much. I was in a very broken space almost my entire life. I learned different. I absorbed different. I was gifted and, you know, criticized for it, called crazy for it. You know, went through abuse on so many levels. Like it was rough. And, you know, although I'm going through a transition that's not easy right now, I can tell you I'm in such a, I know how to return to my natural state of joy. And I guess I'm saying that because they're telling me this, they're asking me to share this stuff with you because your natural state is joy. No matter what you've been through, you can return to that natural state without having to physically die. But you have to allow your old patterns and habits to die in order for you to embrace new things. It's like something has a chokehold on you, you know? And you're so concerned about how you living for you is going to look to others, that you are completely losing you and any type of hope of turning around, because it's almost like someone is digging. You know, you ever heard the perception, like not perception, the reference, you know, digging his own grave? Meaning, you know, like someone literally is standing there knowing, hey, I'm going to die right here. I know, you know, what's coming, and let me just prepare for this death. You know, that's what you're doing. I also, you know, like in holding on to where you are and this pain and this relationship, you're so stuck in a lot of ways. You also got pause on your journey. And look, God, look at this person. I've never seen this bird on this card, and I feel like this bird is a reference for you guys. I don't know if it's a woodpecker or it's some mystical type of bird. Look at this card though. Look at what this person's body looks like, the surroundings, but look what's coming out of the head. That's a flower. And the bird is coming to you know, put energy in the flower, but also it could be seen as taking from the flower. But you know what makes why we need the bees? Because the bees keep the flowers up more than your pesticides and shit, right? The water, the sun, the bees keep it up. They help you. They're a team. So you definitely pay attention to feathers and insects and stuff, but you definitely have someone in the other realm that really loves you, that is trying to help restore you. But you got to stop acting like you know it all and get some help. I also feel for some of you like the crucifixion of Christ is coming up, right? And in this card, she has the thorns, and it says, "And everything is in perfect balance," right? But there's a energy of, am I going to be crucified for this, or I am being crucified, or like you're not making your decision because of how you feel it'll affect certain people or certain things, when the truth is your identity of self has been completely devoured with your decisions, your routines, your rituals, your habits. And there's the other side of self that's trying to push through that. And I have to tell you, you better make a decision soon or switch some stuff up, or it's going to be tough. You also got temperance. Yeah, you know, I felt guided to pull a money card. I feel like money is definitely an issue for you guys. Also, don't check up on anyone from the past. I know that's not easy sometimes, but when you feel guided to look and watch someone that is no longer in your life, like put your hand on yourself, or self-embrace, self-compassion, say, you know, I love you. That's not necessary anymore. We're moving forward, and it's okay. If you owe an apology, give it. If someone owes you an apology, it may be coming, but my gosh, like there is a deep need for you to allow to let shit die out that no longer serves you. Your money card is, I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. Wow. As you look for a better feeling way to approach whatever you are giving your attention to, as you continue to ask yourself from your ever-changing vantage point, what is it that I want to do? Eventually, you will be standing in a very pleasing place, for you cannot continuously ask yourself what it is that you do or do not want without your point of attraction beginning to pivot in that direction. The process will be gradual, but your continued application of the process will yield wonderful results in only a few days. Point being, boom, what I said. Also, there's a deep need for shadow integration. This card has a number 11 on it. I never look at the pictures of these cards, but if you see this person in the back, right, it's like this figure on this side is like seeking the light, and the other one, the shadow, is backing up. It's time for shadow integration, okay? Let me give you an affirmation, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this. If you'd like to book a personal reading or make a donation to the channel, the information will be down below. Be gentle with yourself. Water placements through this process. I experience love wherever I go. Love is everywhere, and I am loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. I also want to say, like, the whole pivot, I know this was like a lot of different wording, but the point being, like, I like to get straight to the point. You may be dealing with an Aries too, because I felt like when I said straight to the point, I'm like, yeah, well, I'm an Aries. My Mercury is in Aries. I'm very direct, and so when that came up, you may be dealing with an Aries. Either way, what you're chasing is within already, and you have to grab it. And your habits, your rituals, if you don't start switching stuff up, you're going to sink deeper into a depressive state. Get your tires checked on your car and switch up your toothpaste. I feel like you guys need to do something with that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, water signs. And don't forget about the crystal that I mentioned, which is Kyanite, kyanite. I hope I said it right. Thanks, guys.